Let me ask you a question. Think about your long-term goals, what you want to achieve at work, long-term, what is a strategy, and then go to your calendar and check last week and ask yourself, how much of my week was dedicated to those long-term priorities? Bonjour, this is Cyril from Work Smarter, Live Better. In this video, I want to share two processes that have made such a difference to my performance and the performance of many of my clients. I'm today in Santiago de Chile. And so first time in Chile, really exciting. You can see behind me, Chile is fascinating. It's a beautiful day. You got Santiago is surrounded by mountains, and you can, you probably can't see, but you see the snow at the end of it. It's a beautiful city. And I have the pleasure of working with the leadership team of a large company. And in preparation for our workshop, the leader came to me and said, Cyril, one of the key problems we have is our diary doesn't reflect our priorities. And he said, we know what we need to do. We spend a lot of time and money to think about what are the strategy, what are the key priorities. We review them, we talk about them very often. But if you look at our calendar, if you look at our diary, we are constantly reacting to requests, to day-to-day issues, to business as usual, and spending very, very little time on the thing we should be spending time on. So a few suggestions, and we did some in-depth work, but two key processes in my mind. And those two key processes are called the ideal week and the weekly plan. They are cornerstone, in my view, of your performance. The ideal week is thinking about an ideal week where you spend enough time on those key priorities. What does it look like? And not only you think about it, not only you design it, but you actually implement it. You create your ideal week in your calendar. You block the time in your calendar as recurrent meeting with yourself. That's the step one. The step two is the weekly plan. And the weekly plan is every single week, you look at those priorities and you ask yourself, what do I need to do next week to progress those? And now that you have protected time because you've created your ideal week, you now fill that time with the task related to those key priorities. I have been doing that with my clients for years, and I have seen the impact of first designing your ideal week, how much time ideally you need to spend on those key priorities, and second, really planning every week to block those times and to book specific meeting with yourself. Made a huge difference to their performance. And what's interesting is when I do this exercise, or those two exercises, I also include the personal life, because I think blocking time for what's important for you, it makes such a difference as well. And so not only your performance improve, but your work-life balance improve. So my question to you is, have you taken the time to think about what an ideal week looks for you? And second, do you spend time, I suggest 20 minutes every week, to plan your following week and make sure that you put in your following week all what's really important for you, all what matters, all your high priorities. This is this week Work Smarter, Live Better tip. I've actually just finished the workshop. I'm now going to go and have a really good time in Santiago. You have a lovely day. À bientôt.